Okay, mastering the powers of it's called Mastering the Powers of the Internet, and also how to work exclusive real estate information. Very exciting in the marketplace, and we're going to show you all the deals that are going on here in a moment as well. So we've been on the internet since 1994. We were the first real estate information service in 1994 on the internet, and it's developed such that, and what's really very, very exciting is the new mobile apps that you can actually put on your phone. And I'm actually going to show you one of the apps that you can put on your phone. Do you have your phone handy, Ram?
I'm on the phone right now.
Are you on your cell phone?
Yes.
Are you able to put it on hands-free?
Yes.
Okay, so put it on hands-free, and can you open up Google Chrome on the internet on your phone?
Yeah.
Go ahead. And type in ICIWorld.mobi. ICIWorld. You'll see it on the screen here.
World. Okay.
ICIWorld.mobi. M-O-B-I, short for the word mobile.
Oh, Mobi is the new extension now for mobile app or what?
That's correct. It's actually a mobile website is what it is, and there's a big difference. Now, when you have an app, the app uses up a little bit of resources on your phone, and if you have, let's say, 30 apps, your phone can actually go dead by 2 or 3 o'clock because they're all using a little bit. But if you use the mobile website that we have, the mobile version called ICIWorld.mobi, this uses up 0 resources. It's just your shortcut, and I'll show you now. Do you have an Android or an iPhone?
Android.
Okay, on the Android, there are 3 little dots at the top right-hand corner. Can you click on that now, please?
On the Chrome?
Yeah, you've got Google Chrome. You've opened up ICIWorld.mobi, and you should have a picture of
I'm on the
blue planet on the screen.
No, I didn't open the website yet.
Oh, okay. So see if you can get to this website.
Actually, when I search for it, it has a different
well,
addresses.
click on it and see if you can get to this website. Because if you click on ICIWorld.com, it'll take you to this website. It should.
Because the first link I see is www.jagit something like that. So
No, you need to go to, if you can type it in at the very, very top on your screen, ICIWorld.mobi.
Yeah, that's I did.
All right, now you'll notice that if you can click on the 3 dots at the top right-hand corner.
Yeah.
And then one of the choices says add shortcut to home screen. Or add to home screen.
Yes.
And then there's one more choice that says add in the middle, I think.
It's a add to home screen, and that's it.
Click on that.
Yeah. Yeah, it saved shortcut home screen.
Okay, and there you got one more choice to add there, I think.
I think it's done. Yeah.
Oh, it's done? Okay, see if you can go find the little icon on your home screen on your phone. Okay, so you've got it on your phone. So go ahead and click on it, touch it, and open it. So this takes 1 second to open.
That's right.
Okay, now, are you doing more residential or commercial yourself, Ram?
Residential.
Okay, and commercial. Let's click on the first one, search industrial, commercial, and investment real estate. And you should get this form coming on the screen. So far it's taken us 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Now, go down to the bottom, and do you see where it says search database at the very bottom? Click on that.
Yeah.
And you should see the listings coming up on the screen.
Oh.
And there's a number at the top. 1 of 100 of 945. Do you see that?
So this is access to like anybody?
This is access to all the, we are a society of real estate brokers and salespeople that are networking exclusive information, advertising listings on mobile devices, and reaching people in 138 countries of the world. These are all
Mm-hmm.
listings that are coming from other brokers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now let's click on, I don't know, maybe this, I don't care. Let's pick any one of these. Tell me one that might interest you. Go down the list there.
Yeah, that's good question. Good thing.
Just give me the number, message number.
356382.
356382. Okay, wanted, right?
No. Sorry, my fault. 356384.
384. Okay, that's a wanted. Somebody wants a condo.
Oh, it is want. Oh, yeah. Somebody wanted. Okay.
Yeah, but let's click on it for just for the moment, please,
Yeah,
because I want to keep moving along here.
Yeah.
Okay, now click on it on your phone, and you
Yeah.
should see the want come up on your screen.
That's right.
So there's somebody that wants a condo, and you can see the name of the lady down here, and she's a
Oh.
sales representative with Royal LePage.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that nice?
Okay, so this is not the actual clients, customers looking for. It's a.
No,
It's
that's database number 2, which I'll show you after.
So this is.
This is database number 1, where once you are, first of all, it's free for everyone in the world to search. Okay, this
Okay.
is free for you to search. There's no cost,
Mm-hmm.
no obligation to join.
Okay.
And there is no charge until such time as you wish to advertise yourself.
Okay.
Okay, and at that time, it's basically the retail price is basically $319 per year or $40 per month.
Mm-hmm.
But if somebody sees this particular video, we will give them a one-time special to join of $240 for 1 year.
Okay, so simply what I did now is free for anybody.
That's
They
correct.
can go and check it.
That's correct.
Up to this, opening this link and see what it said.
Yes, sir.
So what you said is, what is the charge basically involved? What is the information I'm getting from there then?
Well, in this particular case, if you had a condo, you could call her, make an appointment, go show it, sell it to her, and make $15,000.
So if I have the property that's
Yes.
meeting that, I can go and okay. So then how you involved in there then?
Basically, it's Nadia who is the member of ICIWorld.
Okay.
She's a member of ICIWorld, World Service.
Okay.
And everyone who joins the service, they pay an annual fee of $319 per year.
Okay. So basically, Nadia, she member and she's paying the membership. That's why
correct.
she's able to put this ad on your site. That's what it is.
That's correct.
All right. Okay.
Okay. So it's free for you to view.
In order to advertise my list, so I had to pay you monthly or yearly, whatever the charge.
Exactly.
Right? And so since it's up on the website, anybody can search.
Yes.
And they can contact and make a deal.
Yes, sir.
All right. So for the website, it will give us a tool. All the members listing here, so we can browse around and make a connection.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
So now if I hit the back button once, I'm going to hit the back button again, and I'm back to this search form.
So I did back once. Second, search, database.
Now, you'll notice there's a business area down here, which you can choose the business area, like Canada, for instance, or USA. We're going to choose Ontario.
Is in the bottom page? What are you talking about?
Do you see the search form here?
Yeah.
You can choose, what city are you in?
I'm in Markham, Ontario.
Okay, so I'm going to go down here, and I'm actually going to choose Markham.
But
see how you can choose Canada, Ontario, Greater Toronto, and Markham?
Is it under the search database you're talking about? Or?
Yes.
or the best
Everybody can try to practice to choose Canada, Ontario, Greater Toronto, and pick your own city.
Greater Toronto and
It's a little tricky at first, but once you get used to it, you can usually do it within seconds.
why is say Markham, Thornhill, or Unionville?
It's a group. It's grouped together.
Okay. Still Markham anyway. Okay.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, down here at the bottom, you see where it says sort on field?
Yeah.
Change it, and let's sort everything by price in Markham for now.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to leave it on haves and wants, but we could have chosen haves or wants. We could have made a change, but we did not. We're going to leave it.
Mm-hmm.
We could have chosen a business category if I was only looking for shopping centers or restaurants or a business. I could choose business opportunities. I could choose residential properties or I can choose apartment buildings, but I'm going to leave it on everything for the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing you can do is choose by age, how far back you wish to search. And the reason is we do not delete your listings for 5 years.
Okay.
Now, it's up to you to choose how far back you wish to search.
Mm-hmm.
The default is 3 months.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's important to know if and when you become a member, because your listings will not show up in the default settings if your listings are older than 3 months, 90 days.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Okay.
Let's go down to the bottom and search the database, and let's see how many you get on your side. I get 92.
I get 945.
Okay, so you have to go back.
Okay.
And let's double check what's going on here. Change Canada back to USA and then change it back to Canada. There's a little glitch there that I've been trying to get our programmer to fix.
Okay.
But then choose Ontario and then Greater Toronto and then choose Markham. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to sort them by price. And when I sort them, I get 92 up here. Okay, now that you have the same price or the same list, 92, go down the list and let's click on one of these. Any one you wish.
Let's see something else.
I know on my screen this person has made a mistake. They want properties from 800,000 to 100 million, and they've got over 1 billion up here. That's actually a mistake that we have to fix or let them know that the price is wrong. In fact, I'm actually going to send that person an email right now.
Okay, I opened that number 354036.
Okay. All right, I'm just going to come back to you. And what price is it?
The prices was 700 something. It doesn't show up in the lists after price.
Okay.
Max.
Is that the one that's wanted in Sarnia or wanted in Milton?
Sarnia, yeah. Sarnia, wanted in Sarnia.
Okay, so let's click on that.
Yeah.
And go down the page. And there's somebody that wants property. And all you have to do is give them a call and talk to them about what you have. And next thing you know, you can have a showing today and you have a chance to make money today. And if you don't have a showing today, you have no chance to make money. This is information that is not on any real estate board at the moment. Someday a real estate board may adopt our service, but at the moment we're building it so that they will want to. And
so this is database you're getting from the all the real estate board?
No, we're getting all the information from other real estate people who are members of ICIWorld.
Oh, they're putting the list, okay.
They're advertising on this service.
Advertising, okay, this is advertised. Okay, my question at this point. So this is one that they have a client looking for this type of property.
Yes.
So if I have one, then I can call them up and make arrangement. But
You got it.
I don't have any lead, or if I don't have anything, so how I can
If you don't have anything right now, what I would do is, you see all of these wants here?
Yeah.
What I would do is talk to someone that owns a hotel or a motel and show
Okay.
them the list of buyers that you have.
Mm-hmm.
You have all of these buyers. Now that you know about this service, you can make an appointment to show property just based on these wants right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I would talk to some hotel and motel owners.
Okay.
Okay, and then next thing you know, they're happy to sell. You call up one of these people and try to start showing it.
So, okay, in this point, so I had to be a member in order to show the property to them, or make a...
In order to place an ad, you must be a member.
But let's
You do
see.
not have to be a member if you're searching, just the way you are.
Okay, so it's basically, I see 100 people, I can contact you, one of your member.
That's right.
Who is listed, and
yeah, you
can
can actually do deals without being a member.
Yeah, but if I want to advertise, then I can join you.
That's correct.
Okay, so at least I can start that way, because the way I am right now, I'm just brand new.
Yep.
So make a move and get recognized. Then once I get some inventory, I can advertise.
You mentioned two great questions. To get started, you need some inventory and you need some properties. And I'm going to show you how we can actually supply you with properties today.
Okay.
You can have a website full of properties.
Okay.
For $16.50. Anyways, I'll explain that in a moment.
Okay.
But I want you to understand the service in the first place. This is one way that everyone in the world can search, okay? And you can play with this particular thing. You can do keyword searching if you want to find, power of sales or restaurants. You can just click on all these things that you see here. Hotels, if you want just motels, you can click on just motels and do a search, and you'll see them all come up. Hotels and motels. Okay?
So there's a residential and commercial.
And we have residential and commercial is correct. If we go to the residential search, you see here the blue planet. You'll have this on your phone. You can search residential. And if you go down to the bottom, you'll see all the residential listings coming in one at a time.
Okay. So this one is most active listing information people putting in there, or is
That's
something
correct. These are being placed by members of our service every day. There's anywhere from 25 to 100 new listings a day.
So that means I should have my own website, then make a connection here to Appiva.
I'm going to show you that in a moment.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Good questions. You're asking all the right questions. Okay, so I'm going to go back, and all I wanted to do was to show you that you can be searching properties on a regular basis, okay, using any one of these particular services that you see on the screen. So if you also want to install the app, you can. Okay.
But that's I did. I mean, what I did, I shortcut to the home screen, but you said that still I can install the app too.
Yeah, you can also install the app if you wish.
So what is the benefit on that? Maybe there's no internet connection. Still, I can browse the database, or what is it?
No. You need Wi-Fi for both of these, or you need internet connection for both.
So what the benefit to have?
Well, some people, you should just go and try them both out on your own time, and you tell me which one you like better.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got them both. Now, the one advantage of having the shortcut is that it does not use up any resources at all, zero.
Yeah.
Okay, because it's just a shortcut. When you have an app, there's always a tiny bit of, really so tiny, but when you add them all up, it drains your battery.
Yeah,
but you can install it, and then if you like it, you keep it. Now, a lot of the newer phones, there's no problem. Everybody's installing the app, but you can do either. Okay.
Mhm.
All right, now I'm going to go back one more thing here. And to add and modify, delete your listings, I'm going to show you how that's done.
Mhm.
What you end up doing is you end up going to ICIWorld.com.
Mhm.
Okay?
Not movie.
Now, we've
.com.
already shown you how to search. If I click on search here, when I click on search, you'll see how we have commercial and residential. And if I
Mhm.
click on residential, this comes
Mhm.
up the same as what you have on your phone, exactly the same.
Mhm.
And you can choose Canada, Ontario, and you can choose Greater Toronto. And if you wanted to search, Toronto or Vaughan, Markham, Richmond Hill, anything you can choose. And I like to sort them by price as a broker as well. And you click on search, and there they are. There's all residential properties coming up. Okay?
Mhm.
And if somebody is interested in this particular studio in Yorkville, they can click on it, and up comes the information, and there's the person that you can call.
Mhm.
Okay?
Yep.
It's that fast. All right, now, when you're on our main page, one of the things you do is search, but the other thing you do is you click on member login in order to add a listing. You click on member login, and you log in on the left, and then you can click on this add have want here on the left. All choices are on the left.
Sorry, where is the member login?
Okay, let's go back to the main page, ICIWorld.com.
Mhm.
You can see that okay?
The .com, not the Mobi then.
That's correct. You do this on your computer, ICIWorld.com.
Uh, okay,
Thank you
so I
for
can do
pointing
it
that
here.
out.
Okay.
Okay. Are you still there, Ram?
Yeah, I am. I am. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, I'm going to click on the member login up here. You see this here at the top right corner?
But I didn't open this because I'm using the phone. Still, I can open that. I can
No,
see
I'm
that.
going to suggest that you put the phone down now.
Mm.
And do you have a pad of paper and a pencil?
So then give me a second, then I can access to it, please.
Okay. Okay, so you mark down ICIWorld.com, and this is where you can go to add your listings
Mm-hmm.
with the member login. So you search from time to time, and you log in and add your listings from time to time. And those are the two basic things that you do on our service throughout the year.
Mm.
Okay, I'm going to click on member login. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. And all the choices you see here in red, all the choices for executive members are on the left-hand side here. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, one of them says add have want. Do you see that?
No, I did. So for this, I had to open. I'm gonna open from my desktop then.
No, no,
I
I
don't
want you to stay in the presentation with me. Just stay with the presentation. I'm
Okay.
not actually asking you to do it yourself.
Okay. Okay. Go
What
ahead.
happens is when you join, that's when
Mm.
you're going to open your computer, and we're going to connect with you and actually show you and walk you through doing it. You're actually going to do it yourself once
Okay.
you join,
Okay.
but not now. Now is just a presentation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and when you come here, you're going to click on this add have want, and you're going to see a form come on the screen. And it says this is the subject line help. Please remember the 4 ingredients to be included in the subject line: location, type, price, size, and sizzle. Now, at the moment, you do not have anything for sale, or do you? I'm not going to get all the details from you. I just want an idea of what you might have for sale or know about.
I'm
I'm sorry? Hello? My purpose now is just to show you how easy you can be putting in an ad. This could be a
Okay.
pre-construction home, and then it could become an assignment. Is that correct?
I'm not sure that part, but the 900 I'm talking about, Brampton, is not owned by the customer is like at least 5 years old house. So
I see.
I was
Okay.
talking about other properties is the
Okay, well, we're a little bit all over the map here with opportunities, but the point is if you've got a home for sale, you just type it in, 689K, and then you just choose your Canada, you choose Ontario, you choose Greater Toronto, and you choose Brampton, and then you just go down here and you choose residential estates, hang on, right? And you just say it's a home, type in Brampton, and if it was 900,000, you would put it in. Usually what we do is up here, if this was say 900,000, then we would say, double garage, ground level family room.
But you are creating something for sale, huh?
Yeah, that's right. It's for sale. You've got something for sale. Now, if you don't have it right now, one of the things you can do in our service, and you can say coming for sale. You can even do that. You can be advertising exclusive information. If this was a for sale by owner and you got the proper permission, you could be putting that on, and we'll show you how to do that. Usually what we do is copy this information and paste it down here in the comments area. The other thing we do, we also add a link usually to the city wherever the property is being advertised to help to sell the location of the property as well. You would go down here, choose control, and in this case it might be an exclusive listing. It could be a regular client of yours, or if it's on MLS, you choose MLS, and those are the choices. Now, I'm not going to be advertising this. We're just doing it as an example. If I clicked on Latest World Residential on the left, this is what the listings look like. So if somebody had a cottage, they would actually, this is how the listing actually gets entered, and that's what it looks like. The other nice thing is you can put the photos of properties in here. And the reason that's blocked, it's not a secure site, but we can open another window. You can actually see photos of the property directly linked right from here. Okay, and that's a gentleman named Steve Bancroft who's been a member for years. Okay, so that's how nicely you can be marketing properties. And then all about Madoc Township, that helps to sell the location of his properties to the world. And this talks all about Madoc, so people can learn all about what the city's all about. Because we have people coming in from 138 countries of the world. So to add a listing, as simple as clicking on Add Have Want, and then if you want something and you have a buyer, you just say wanted, and you can say, Burlington to Oshawa, and then you could say apartment buildings or shopping centers, whatever it is, and you can put in your price range, 1 million to, maybe 3 million or whatever it is, and then you choose your city, you choose your country, Greater Toronto, and then you would choose every city that applies. If they all apply, you choose them all. Change the have to a want, choose apartment buildings, and then just fill in the next 4 fields. Apartment building, and you could say Burlington to Oshawa, and say from 1 million to 3 million, and just put that in. And we usually copy that subject line and paste it in the comments, and then go down to the bottom and submit the information. What does it look like? I'll click on Latest World Commercial, and we'll go down. There's one right there. Wanted Toronto apartment buildings. If I click on it, that's what it looks like. And there's a lady that wants apartment building. She has a buyer from $1 to $10 million. You give her a call if you have a property and go show it. So the owners can even call these people as well. So that's how to put in information. You just click on member login, and then you click on Add Have Want, and then the information gets distributed to the whole industry and to search. So those are the 2 important things that you do on a regular basis on ICIWorld.
And the other question is, whatever we listing in MLS, there's a direct link to this, or we have to create this
No,
separate?
no, this is an independent service that's been going for 20 years.
Okay.
We have 30,000 listings, you'll see in a moment, and they've all been placed by licensed real estate brokers in database 1, and you'll see database 2 here in a moment.
Okay.
But there's the instructions. The reason I put this at the very beginning of our service is because I want everyone to know that they can search very quickly within a matter of seconds, find a listing and sell something, and then to add a listing, you can just click on and go to member login and add your listing. So those are the two things that you do from time to time, and then you can search on your phones, and there's thousands and thousands of people searching. Now, the support that we have for members once you join, basically, you come to the main website, ICIWorld.com. We have a little button here that says for members, and if you come down here, you'll see there's number 7 is training and support. You click on that. Or you can click on our educational YouTube videos and you can learn all about how to work exclusive information, how to promote your website, and there's all kinds of good resources here in education for you in the real estate business. For anyone starting, it's a great way to get started, and for the professionals in the business, you can fine-tune some of the important things that can all of a sudden help you do extra deals that you're not doing now. So if I click on for members again, the future webinars are down here. You can register for the one here in the future. They come once a month. Anybody that's not making money or triggering leads every 90 days, you should register for the monthly webinars here and register for how to promote your website there. To order a mobile website, we'll cover that in a moment, but you can order a mobile website here. And for anyone that has a website, you can order all the listings to go on your website. You can order them right from here.
Oh, your listing can be
the listings that are on ICIWorld, you can have them on your website.
Okay.
Okay, and when you click on member login, by the way, this is called the login member management page right here. If you miss one thing on this page, you can actually miss doing deals and not realize it. But these are the two things you do from time to time: add listings and search from time to time. Okay, let's move on here. Hang on. Okay, training and support. We've gone over that for you. We actually have these sheets printed out that we're going to hand out in meetings in the future as well. Okay. There's over 3.7 billion people that are using the internet, and ICIWorld is a society of real estate brokers and salespeople that are networking and advertising exclusive real estate information, something you cannot do on the real estate boards of the world. There's different types of exclusive listings. Some types you can, but all of the types you can't. But ICIWorld helps you do that. You can also advertise and market your listings, and they get sent out on mobile devices. They're searchable 24 hours a day, so you want to get your information working 24 hours a day while you're doing other things. Membership is open for all licensed real estate brokers and salespeople in the world. Now, these are some of the apps that we don't have time to go through right now, but they're some of the most important and most used apps in the world. I'm just going to leave it on the screen for a moment if somebody wants to take a screenshot and actually go test them all out on your own time. They're apps that we use on a regular basis, and a lot of people in the world do. There's also other real estate apps that everyone should consider using as well. They're really very, very good. We're not going to go through these apps because each of these can actually take up to a half an hour to kind of go through them all, and we don't have that kind of time right now. But to let you know about them, you can go through these on your own time. And top commercial real estate apps, there's some of the ones that are on the screen that a lot of CCIMs and others use on a regular basis, and that explains them as well. If you're listening to this video at a later time, you can pause the video and kind of go through them on your own time, and of course learn how to make your sound go louder and lower so that the sound isn't too loud for yourself when you're listening to these. I'll be putting this particular video up hopefully on the YouTube channel as well. Saving keystrokes for the rest of your life. Using the favorites bar, we show people and all our members how to do that, so that literally you're only 1 or 2 seconds from clicking on anything on your top favorite websites. You should have them all on your favorites bar. It makes for a lot faster, quicker, easier use of your computer and saves you keystrokes for the rest of your life. Security on the internet, I'm not going to go into that now. This is actually another 3-hour seminar that we give. But if you go to this website and go through that page, you kind of learn a lot about securing your computer. And there's more and more people trying to misuse the internet, and you want to protect yourself from that. Cell phones, when I'm in a meeting, we usually have everyone shut them off. There's some information on myself that you see on the screen, and I've been a broker in real estate since 1973, actually. And but I want everyone to consider us as a personal marketing and information assistant to you personally. We're specializing in helping brokers and salespeople network in real estate in the world today. And I also happen to be a CCIM. I'm recommending every single person in real estate should consider taking the CI 101 program. You should mark that down if you want to do more business, more real estate, having a good understanding of how real estate makes money and how to calculate it, how to estimate it. You should take the CI 101 program. Everyone should mark that down from ccim.com. And if you're in the Ontario market or Canadian market, you can go to the Canadian website, which used to be ccimcanada.com, and I hope it's still that now because I'm representing it. Otherwise, go to ccim.com to the main website and kind of get to it that way. All of the social medias are important nowadays to help trigger traffic to your website as well as being social media orientated. But you should have a LinkedIn profile with all of your personal information, such as the real estate board that you belong to, the fact that you belong to the Ontario Real Estate Association, you belong to the Canadian Real Estate Association. Put all those designations that you belong to, put them in your LinkedIn profile. So when people see you, they know that you're a properly, duly licensed real estate salesperson, and they'll have more confidence dealing with you, that you can be honest and have integrity in dealing with those people, and that all their monies are going to be going to where they belong. In other countries of the world, they don't have these kinds of services, and it can be problematic in other countries of the world. But it's good to have it on your LinkedIn profile. It can trigger leads for your website as well. And putting your website on your Facebook and having Twitter and some of these other things can also help you get more people going to your website. And the reason we say that is websites can actually trigger leads for you even if you have 0 listings, and we're going to show you that in a moment. Members and testimonials. Now, you've still got your phone handy there, Ram?
I am.
Okay, can you go down and pull up testimonials on your phone? See if you can do that. I want to see if everybody that's listening here, if you can actually go and on your phones, MOBI, if you could bring that up on your screen. Are you able to do that?
What you want me to bring it up from your website?
Yeah, can you bring up ICIWorld.mobi on your phone? You can just click on it once.
Yeah, I'm there.
And you got the blue planet?
Yes.
Good show. And down here, you're going to see testimonials. I think it's the 4th one, ICIWorld exclusive real estate testimonials. Can you click on that, please?
All right.
And go down until you start to see the pictures. So you're on your phones, everybody listening, go on your phones to ICIWorld.mobi. You can stop the video on the screen on the computer if you have to until you get it on your phone, ICIWorld.mobi. And go down, find the testimonials, click on it, and start to bring them up on your phone. Are you seeing them yet, Ram?
I'm seeing it, yes.
Okay, so you can start actually going through that. And start to see all the deals that are being done with exclusive information. Interesting, eh?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So this shows you that if you can have a good contact for something for sale or a good buyer, you got a good chance to kind of make some money here.
Mm-hmm.
This is all information, exclusive information, people triggered leads, you know, from making a connection through ICIWorld.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you can go through those on your own time and let these people be an inspiration that they've done a great job helping people find property, exclusive property that's not, all property to a certain extent is exclusive before it gets on the MLS.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so this is a service that you can deal in properties. If you can't put it on MLS, all the FSBOs of the world, you can put them on here. And ultimately, we're suggesting all the real estate industry in the world should be able to collect exclusive information and put it on ICIWorld. That way, if you want to see an MLS listing, you go to the MLS services. And then if you want to see some exclusive listings, you can come to ICIWorld and see all the exclusive information. So you got the both of best worlds all coming from real estate people, because we're a real estate broker and salesperson society. Okay, so that was that. Just trying to show you some of that information there. Oopsie daisy, hang on. Okay, let's go to next. One moment. And let's move on. These are some various instructors who have kindly consented to doing more seminars in the future. And when we need them from time to time, they're all wonderful people, love teaching, love working with people, love serving people in the industry and teaching, and get a lot of joy out of it. And they're active in the business, all of these people as well. Real estate actually provides the highest return of any industry on the internet, because one lead can make you a lot of money. And even in the case of a referral, I mean, if you got a referral where somebody was interested in a $1 million property, and maybe for one reason or another you don't want to service them, either because it's a kind of property that you don't want to deal in or don't feel competent, or it's out of your geographic market area, you can do a referral. And typical commission on something like that could be 5%, 4%, 6%, say 5%, which is $50,000, and that's split $25,000 usually to the selling agent and $25,000 to the listing agent. Well, you could make 25% of the $25,000 on the selling portion if you were able to do a referral to someone. If someone called you off your website and saw one of those listings, which I'll show in a moment, then they're going to ask you for help, and you're going to say, I can have somebody call you back. And you can give that, call up the other broker who's got that listing and actually say, I have a lead for you. Is a 25% referral commission okay with you? And those are 5-minute referrals once you know how to do them. Get your broker of record to really help you do the first couple that you do, so that you can do it properly and have them on the right forms. You can actually advertise properties any place in the world. If you have a home country someplace and there's properties for sale, you can put them on here as well. Trigger leads, and then give the lead maybe to somebody locally in that market area to go show it, and maybe make a referral that way as well. Now, one of the things I wanted to show was that 92% of the people use the internet when they're searching for real estate, and only about 9% ever sold without an agent. And literally, that means that 91% of the people actually used an agent to search for real estate. So if you see a for sale by owner in the marketplace, ultimately, chances are it's going to end up being sold by a licensed real estate broker or salesperson. And we're going to show you how to work with those FSBOs to try to help them. ICIWorld itself has over 30,000 haves and wants. 75% of them are actually exclusive listings that are not on real estate boards. We do both commercial and residential. Properties coming for sale, for instance, and if somebody calls you, you tell the person that, listen, once you get the listing signed, you'll put their name on a list, and once you get the listing signed, you'll call them, and then they can be one of the first people through the property, is how you would handle a call coming in on something like that. So if you have a property coming for sale in the future, it's possible to put it on here now and then make up a list, and once you get the listing signed, you can give them a call, and if they're still interested, you can show them through and do a sale. FSBOs are, we're going to show you specifically in a moment how to work FSBOs. If you see somebody that's trying to sell their home privately, usually they really want to try to sell their homes privately, and they don't like sometimes real estate people approaching them asking for a listing when they're trying to sell it privately. So you can get sometimes a cold shoulder from some of those people, and some real estate people don't even want to work them anymore. But we have a special way that will make it wonderful to work them, and I'll be showing you that in a moment. Assignments are the kind of things that are pre-construction properties that are being built to be ready in a year or two. Sometimes a person gets transferred and they have to assign it to somebody else because they're going to be moving from the area, circumstances have changed. Well, you can put assignments on ICIWorld. It's actually a keyword that people can actually search on ICIWorld. I'll do that very quickly to show you how fast things can actually be searched. But you would actually go right back to ICIWorld, and if you wanted to search, you click on search. You can click on residential, and you can actually choose the word assignments. And I'm going to extend the length of time here just to see what comes up. And you'll see how there's assignments are coming up here. These are things that you cannot work sometimes on a real estate board, but you can see how you can easily work them as far as exclusive information is concerned. That's the kind of thing you can do on ICIWorld. But there's a special way to do it that you need to know, and we're going to cover that in a moment. We cover everything from industrial, commercial investment, literally any kind of real estate that's in the marketplace, and we do it internationally no matter where it is in the world. You can actually put it on ICIWorld, and there's actually people from 138 countries coming into ICIWorld on a regular basis. You may not see something in a particular category or area, but I can tell you that the eyeballs are here looking for it, and that you've got to place it on ICIWorld in order to get people to see it. And we actually have two databases. There's one member database where you have to be a member, and then you can post your information, and the public can read it and call you. They can pick up the phone and call you. You can go show a property and make some money. But we also have a FSBO database number 2, which I'll show you right now as well. I'm going to go back to opening up our website again, and we'll do another search again, and you'll see that in addition to commercial and residential, we have another database, FSBO area search database number 2. I'm going to click on it, and you'll see how you can actually search it here, and you can pick different areas of the world if you want to choose USA, Canada, Mexico, any of these. We got FSBOs in every single one of those areas showing that, you know, there's people that are looking. Like if I just clicked on Europe just for sake of argument and search, you'll see that there's over 460 properties that are in Europe that customers have placed on this service. In fact, I'll even do the same thing for the USA just for fun. And you'll see properties coming up. There's over 4,000 of them here have been placed by the public. 186 unit complex in Houston, etc. Church buildings in Brooklyn, New York. So there's properties literally all over the world, and you can have access to that. If I was to choose, let's say Canada, and let's say Ontario, and let's say Greater Toronto, and where are you in Vaughan?
Markham.
Or Markham. Let's see, is Markham here? Yeah, there's Markham there. I'll choose Markham, see if there's anything here. So there's properties that have been placed in Markham. You see there. So these are the public that have placed information here, actual buyers and sellers. Okay. So that's database number 2. However, no one can click on that. You have to be a member of ICIWorld in order to click on that. How you would do that, you would go to the home page, and we go right back, and you would actually go to login. You would go to this member login, and this is it up here, search database 2 FSBOs. The only way that you can get in is by going to this member access on the left-hand green column. You would click on that, and then when you click on the word world, you'll notice that you can log in here. I'll log in. Oopsie daisy. If I would log, I'm going to have to put in my login, see if I can remember it. Just 1 second here to log in. Hang on. So we're logged into the private FSBO area. Now when I click on the word world on the left, you'll see that you can click on these listings here. Okay? You can actually click on them, and they will actually come up. Now, the other thing I can do is I can go to Western, or can go to USA, for instance, and there it is.
You have Asia, South Asia?
Here. Okay, so is Asia here? Looks like I didn't put Asia, but here's what you can do. You can actually go to Advanced, and you can actually select Asia.
Okay.
Okay, and then if I go down to the bottom of the page and search, you can see them there.
Okay.
And you can see properties in India here too. And around the world. And you can choose different countries. If I went by category, business area, choose Asia. and then you can choose all these different countries. Even China and Thailand, if I went and searched, you'll see properties coming for sale. There's in Chongqing, China, for instance. Okay, so that's really quite interesting. There's good contacts to be made literally all around the world. So that's the two databases that we have running. And we've already shown you how we can do commercial and residential. And it includes cottages and everything. One thing I wouldn't mind showing is some of the keywords for residential. So I'm going to just start a new search. And one of the keywords is, you can see assignments, but you know, if you want a property with a beach, I'm going to just expand some of the listings here by age. And I just wanted to show you how it works very, very nicely. If you're near a beach or on a beach, why not put the word beach in the subject line and people can find what they're looking for. So there's a property coming for sale. If you click on that, there's a property there. Bob Muir has it. It was just put on recently. And there's a property with a beach. So if you want, these are all the nice keywords. I had a lot of fun designing these keywords. If you want cottages, you just select the word cottage, and then you can come down here. And if I wanted to sort cottages even by price, I can just go ahead and search the database, and you'll see all the cottages by price. Isn't that nice? And if I did a different keyword, oopsie daisy, I pressed the button, and you'll see pictures of properties in here too. If you know, we don't put pictures for everything, because if it's not listed at the moment, you don't want to put a picture because people can figure out which one it is and end up going direct on you. You want to actually trigger a lead first, qualify the people first, and then make arrangements to show the property. And that protects the public, it protects the owners, and that's a proper thing that should be done. To qualify people before you show property, so that people have some good semblance of security when you're showing property, and that they're qualified buyers. Okay, so that's how that sort of works. Let's move on. That was some different, and now you can search condos here as well, keyword condos, and search them by price. In fact, I'll just do that because it's so popular. You can change the word that to condos, and you can pick an area and do that as well, and go down and search, and there they are. Now the reason for the $40 million one is because it was a condo development project. Anything with the word condo in it will come up. So there's a luxury condo right there, downtown Toronto, and there it is. And then if you, this helps to sell Toronto to the world. We put links in these listings that help to sell Toronto to the world and invest in Toronto, because we have people coming in from 138 countries of the world. So wherever your city is, get the local area website that helps to sell your location, no matter what city it is in the world, whether it's Miami or Vancouver, Montreal, or you know, in wherever it might be. You can actually put a link to help to sell the location of your property to the world. So this is kind of a nice little idea of how you can be searching so fast, quick, and easy with ICIWorld. The power, there's a 40,000 monthly readership. From people from 138 countries on a regular basis. The public can call you directly on your ads. There's 20,000 subscribers who can receive the listings by email daily. You can actually receive listings emailed daily. How do you subscribe to that? Well, basically you go here for the public. People can click on for the public, and you'll see there's 4 things they can do. They can search database 1, they can search database 2, they can add their haves and wants absolutely free right here. You click on it, and then you click on this add haves and wants free right in the middle, and the person can just say, this is a FSBO selling my house, you know, and you can put in the price, $785. Okay, and then you just choose Canada, and then depending on what city it is, you just kind of fill it in here. And then it goes into a database, which if I was to click on Ontario on the left, this is what they look like once they've been put in. These have all
for
been...
the public, so for the public, they don't have to register with you. Simply,
that's correct. They can actually, you're absolutely correct. They can put their listings in absolutely free. But the only people that can click on these, you have to be a member, and the way to get in is this member access to FSBO area, which you get from this search database too up at the top. Okay?
Even themselves need to access to the data. They have to be registered then.
Who's that?
The public. The public.
No, they don't have to be registered at all. All they have to do is click on the word free ad right here. Free ad, and they can add their information in here, and then they post their name and their phone number and everything down here.
So this one act like Kijiji then.
Like a which?
Kijiji?
It's, in a sense, it's like Kijiji. Absolutely. You bet. They can advertise absolutely free. The only difference is here that you will only get somebody that maybe has a buyer or seller for their property calling them. Their information is not exposed. All of this confidential information, their name, their telephone number, and the email and all that stuff is not exposed to the public. So you can't get crooks and criminals and all that calling you. What you can get is licensed real estate brokers and salespeople. Hopefully none of them are criminals. You know, your integrity really speaks, and you can't be licensed for years and in this business and be doing bad business because you're quickly weeded out. So that's why there's a great element of safety and security, and we recommend everyone in the world, of course, use a real estate broker in the largest single sale of your life so that you're protected in the largest single sale of your life with many, many different things that have to be looked after. In fact, that can be one of the links you put on your website. Why choose a realtor? You should have that as a link on your website. Anyways, let's get to the websites here momentarily. I'm going to continue on. When you advertise your listing will also be advertised on up to 1,500 other brokers' websites instantly and automatically if you allow it. There's a question at each listing that asks, will you allow that? And you have a choice to say yes or no. When you say yes, it's instantly advertised on over 1,000 other brokers' websites. So that's tremendous penetration of the marketplace for the internet. Question? Go ahead, Ram.
Sorry, there's any disadvantage by allowing the advertisement to other brokerage website?
Well, the ultimate responsibility is to try to get the owner the highest and best price. And so the maximum marketing exposure that you can provide to your customers helps them achieve a higher and better price. So if you would entertain another broker, if another broker brings in a buyer for your property when you have it for sale, would you work with them? And if the answer is yes, that's basically similar to what MLS does. It allows other brokers to know about the property and to show it to other buyers. So we're recommending that you do the same. There are various reasons, which I'm not going to go into, why some people don't want to do that. And but the person, whoever puts their listings on, whoever's a member, has a choice to agree or not agree. I would say out of about all our listings on ICIWorld, less than maybe 1 or 2% are really, not even 2%, probably just 1% are answering no. But every question, every listing requires that question from a legal point of view to be answered. That's why it's taken so many years to build up our database over time. Every single person putting in listings has to answer that question. There's over about 2 million hits monthly. There's 18,000 pages displaying information on the internet, 138 countries, and tens of thousands of people are reading information that's on ICIWorld and searching it worldwide. We do a tremendous amount of advertising, selected and targeted. It just gives you an idea of what we've done in the past with the Mississauga Real Estate Board, for instance, advertising, getting their members to use it. There's the Brampton Real Estate Board, getting their members to use it and using it successfully. We also exhibit at the Toronto Real Estate Board Realtor Quest each year. We actually have one of the busiest booths at the show, and one of the reasons is we make a statement that you could have a $30,000 website and it's not as powerful as the ones that we supply from ICIWorld for $16.50. And the nice thing about it is you can have more than one website because they're like billboards. And so we're recommending all realtors keep their own website, and in addition to that, also get one of these. You can actually learn from us how to make all your websites work, and we have widgets to make all of your websites work. And you don't have to take one of our websites if you don't wish, but we have the widgets that go on all your websites. We also use major trade publications, which helps trigger leads for members that are on the service. And and it's really helping the mobile app kind of grow along the way as well. And if one person sees one of these listings, because we're at the top of the search engines for one reason or another, or on a mobile app, they go to the website, they see your listing, call you, you go show the property, and you make $15,000, all because of these things that we're doing right here for you. How to work exclusive information that generates leads, just like real estate board listings. This is one thing that I'm personally really excited about to teach the industry and how to do it. We've been doing it for 20 years, and the challenge is to get out there and reach people to show them how to work exclusive information. And this will give you extra opportunities to make money that you do not have now. And if you cannot get a signed listing on a real estate board and you don't have any, you're almost out of business. We're going to show you how you can be instantly in business here shortly. This is your inventory on the internet. So if you know of something that's available for sale, there is a way to work it. That can trigger a lead just like a regular listing can. The information is, the service that we supply is restricted to licensed real estate brokers and salespeople, just like real estate boards are. So we can trigger listings on the internet, and you can trigger leads for information as well as listings, and you can do it on ICIWorld very, very nicely. Something that you cannot do on a real estate board. The beautiful thing about this for real estate people is you have the option and capabilities to do both, because these are both tools for you, and you simply select the tool if you wish, and we'll show you how you can really make money. But you do have to follow your real estate guidelines for your licensing provision. In Ontario, it's called the Real Estate Council of Ontario, and in Florida and all the other states and provinces in the world, there's also various guidelines for real estate people on how they handle information as well. But our service started out of a book that I read by Bill Gates called Business at the Speed of Thought, and it just tied it together with real estate when we read the book and made it into, because every single listing is actually a thought before you list it. I think I'm going to get a listing tonight at 8 o'clock. That's a thought. I think I'm getting a listing in 3 months, 1 month, 2 months. Or somebody says, I don't want to give you a listing, but I'll pay you a commission if you bring me in a buyer, but I don't want to give you a listing. That's a thought at this point in time. So we're going to be now showing you how you can be networking information at the speed of thought. This service was built as a result of these concepts that I'm showing you. You can work FSBOs and open listings, exclusives. If a builder says, bring me in a buyer for a new home, there's a special way to work that. Of course, you're always going to try to get a signed listing if you can, and you'll always try to get a signed MLS listing if you can, but in a lot of cases, you cannot or will not for various reasons, and we think that there could be as much as 10 times as much information available in the marketplace that you can work, that you can trigger leads on, that you cannot work on a real estate board, and real estate people should be getting excited about this, very excited. It's been a platform that's been proven over 20 years. We're also real estate brokers here, as you've noticed, and we've been doing it, and commercial real estate people have been doing it since the beginning of time. It's just that residential people are starting to learn about it as a result of ICIWorld. And there's other people that really do not want to put things on MLS. A restaurant owner, for instance, might not want his restaurant on the internet. And there's some people that actually don't want their homes on the internet with all their lovely belongings inside. Sometimes they don't want neighbors to know, family to know. Some of them have maybe 5 real estate people that they know, and they just want to sell it and don't have problems, and so they do it quietly. There's many different reasons why people do not want to put their properties sometimes on a real estate board. And here's the way that you can work exclusive information. If somebody ever says to you, Rem, that I don't want to give you a listing, but I will pay you a commission, and basically that's all the FSBOs that are in the marketplace will do that. If I bring you a buyer, that's the key. Will you get a verbal agreement on these 3 questions from that particular for sale by owner? Will you pay me a commission if I bring you a buyer? Then you negotiate the commission. Will you give me a 48-hour exclusive listing to show the property once I have a buyer? What this means is, even though we have 30,000 exclusive listings on ICIWorld, it doesn't mean that we don't put an agreement in place first before showing a property or before divulging an address of a property or identifying the property. So you'll still be putting an agreement in place first, and we're going to show you how to handle that momentarily. You can be networking information. We do it at the Toronto Real Estate Board in CCIM marketing sessions where we'll stand up and say, you know, I know there's a commercial property in Oshawa and it's 2.5 million and it's got a net operating income of X amount of dollars. And if anyone's interested, please get a hold of me. And the other person will say, listen, I have a lawyer who has a customer who has a shopping center for sale for $10 million. If anybody's interested, get a hold of me. So you qualify the buyers, and if you've got somebody really interested, you go back to the originating parties, put an agreement in place first before you show the property, and you try to get something to cover your commission and get an agreement on commission. So you're actually triggering leads before you even have listings, and that's the exciting thing about here, and that will open up the whole market to every single salesperson in the business, because there's often times when people say, well, you know, I'd like to look for a home for my son or my family member in, you know, coming up in the summer or the winter or whatever. You can actually be posting that want on here right now in anticipation of them starting to look, and then you can start to line up properties for them. The third question is you actually advertise, you ask for permission verbally now. If they give you a signed listing, you don't use these three questions. If they give you a signed listing, you do not have to ask these three questions. But if you can't get a signed listing, you ask them these three questions. And the last one is, may I advertise your property? I'm going to do it without disclosing the address. And the reason you're doing that is because of this. According to licensing bodies in most states and provinces, they have some similar guideline that you must, a registrant shall not include anything in an advertisement that could reasonably be used to identify, and that's the key word, specific real estate, unless the owner of that real estate has actually consented in writing. Now, some people have actually misused this, and they've made up things where they never really had a legitimate listing. And we actually are thinking of instituting a fine on ICIWorld. You're hearing it for the first time, of $450, that you must have a legitimate source of information, who's somebody that you really talk to regarding this. And we haven't done it yet, but we're thinking of it because we don't want, anytime something is put onto ICIWorld, we want it to be current, we want it to be accurate, and we want it to be doable, not something that somebody made up. And if we find things that somebody's made up, we're going to talk to them and give them a warning, and it'll be like a 1, 2, 3 warning deal, and then you're out, and we'll actually not allow somebody that is fibbing about what they really have. Nothing's worse than you represent to a buyer that the property is $15 million, and then you go check with somebody that's just updated the listing, and really the property, when you finally check it out, was $19 million. That is a no-no. We don't want to be dealing with this kind of stuff, and we're saying to everyone in the industry, there is a responsibility on the part of real estate people in the industry to verify their information the best they can. Now, that doesn't mean that it's always guaranteed when you're working with open and exclusive listings, but at least you've made the attempt, and that's going to be good enough for us. Because when you have a gold mine of information, there's actually, when you dig in a gold mine, there's a lot of dirt sometimes that you have to dig through. And we're trying to make it better and better for everyone. And one way we did it by having the default of 90 days. In other words, when you search the ICIWorld apps right now, the listings showing are really less than 90 days old. That's a major improvement over what we used to have, where we had all kinds of listings showing up indiscriminately, but now you can actually choose how far back you wish to search. A lot of the older listings are used for networking purposes, and they're still valuable to some people, so we're not going to delete them. We're going to keep them there because the buildings are still there and the people are still there. It's just that the circumstances may have changed and might even be better today than they were then, and the person has contacts for those kinds of properties, and when you contact them, chances are you will be able to, or possibly, do business with them in the future, identifying people who you can do business with. So our service is really about networking, and you find people to network with through the listings that are on the service. And so if an owner says, yeah, you know, bring me in you know, $550,000 for my property, I'll pay you a commission, but I don't want to give you a listing, and you ask them those 3 questions, you can actually post it on ICIWorld. And what's going to happen is someone is going to call you. And when somebody calls you, usually the first thing is they will ask you for is the address. If you don't mind, I'd like to drive by the property with my family, and if I like it, I'll call you back. Well, you have to make a statement that in this particular case, we have to put an agreement in place first. But if it's okay with you, I'll try to make arrangements to show it to you on Saturday. You come to my office and we'll go from there. And then on the Friday, you go get yourself a 48-hour exclusive listing to show the property. Now, I know in Lake Tahoe, there's a lot of movie star properties that are in the mountains that are sold exactly this way. In other words, some of these movie stars don't want their properties plastered all over the internet. They don't want all their beautiful belongings and everything, Rembrandts and whatever else they might have in their homes all shown all over the internet. They want to get an exclusive buyer that can afford it. They want everybody in the neighborhood walking through the property on open houses. They don't want to do that in some cases. Well, this is a way that you can do it very, very nicely and discreetly, is by asking those 3 questions and then handling the calls like this. You can even have properties that are coming for sale, so that if you know something's coming for sale, somebody calls you and you're going to say to them, in this particular case, again, we have to put an agreement in place first, but I should be getting the listing signed in about a month. Once I get it signed, if you're still looking for a property, I'll call you back, and if you're still looking for a property, we can show it to you. Would you like that? And then you take their name and number, and you might even start working with them, who knows. So that's how to work exclusive information nicely, and you can do that with commercial and residential, and there's all kinds of FSBOs in the marketplace. I'd go right to Kijiji and start to ask all those owners there those 3 questions. Ads in the Toronto Star newspaper, any newspaper for that matter, any place you see a for sale by owner sign, brokers protected, all that kind of stuff. I would start asking those 3 questions. You can even ask the next restaurant owner you meet, and he'll probably say yes. They all have there's a price for everything, and if you can come up with a price for almost anything for sale, somebody might be willing to sell. Advertising information is very important. You have to be careful that you don't identify the property. So when you advertise a property or a restaurant in Mississauga for $350,000 making money, it's easy enough to ask to advertise that kind of thing. When people call you, they're going to ask you for the address. Again, you make those a statement that in this particular case, we have to put an agreement in place first. Now, if you said that this restaurant was a certain corner in Mississauga, you're actually giving it away, even if there's 3 restaurants at that corner, because it doesn't take long for someone to go and talk to 3 restaurant owners near a certain corner. So you have to be very careful. And if the commission is 10%, which it is for businesses a lot of times, that could be a $35,000 commission. And in that particular case, if the owner or buyer ends up going direct because you told them, then you're out $35,000 that could have paid for your kids' education, take you on a holiday, buy a new car, all kinds of good things because you told too much information. A good example, here's another one. If you had a gas station and if you said Lindsay Esso gas station, you're actually giving it away because there's only one Esso gas station in that city. And so you should say branded gas station, 1 hour or 90 minutes to Toronto. If you said Brantford $30 million shopping center, you're giving it away because there's only one shopping center that could be worth that much there. Same thing. You should say, shopping center Ontario, $30 million. You don't say anything else, especially on things that are over $5 million and up. But Peterborough Retail Plaza, there's probably a lot of them there. It's probably okay to say that. Now, how else do we help you besides working exclusive information, which is the most exciting? Well, it's called real estate widgets that you can add to your website. One lead can make you a lot of money. And it displays listing information both from real estate boards and exclusive property information on your site and generates leads for you. And I'm going to bring up a site right now, and I'll use I'll just pick this one right here. This is a residential looking website from having a residential picture on the website. This happens to be one of the websites that we've designed as well. But you'll notice there's a menu here, a home, and then there's residential, and there's commercial. Under residential, all of these widgets are being supplied by ICIWorld. We set them all up for you. Let's just see if the search MLS is working. There it is. So people can search the real estate board from your website. So you can have a website for $16.50. It costs like $1,000 to design it. However, when you join ICIWorld, it's all included. The design is all included. Only the hosting is something separate that you have to pay from when you join ICIWorld. If you're listening to this particular video and you mention the video, we'll actually give you a startup rate of $240 for 1 year that you can start with. And then you can get started having a website, which is free for 1 month. After 1 month, it's $16.50. But this particular widget, every broker can have that from their own real estate board if they have them. But where it gets really exciting is the widgets that we supply from ICIWorld. And this particular widget is coming from ICIWorld, and it says here, for more information, please contact Irene. There's her phone number, and there's her email address. And so people can come in here and they can search. If they want to search the haves, and let's say that they just want to search the latest listings that are in a particular area, Greater Toronto, and I'll search maybe, I don't know, Brampton, just for the sake of argument. And let's say that I just want to search the very latest ones. I'll search the database, or what I can do is sort them by price, which I think I'll do. And that way people can go right to their price range of what they're interested in. And if they're interested in something from 5 to 600,000, then you can actually, these listings will come up, and they are going to try to click on that number, but they cannot do it. So what they'll probably do eventually, and we'll try to make it easier in the future, we have recommendations. You can click on it and send Irene an email. But people can click on that, send an email to Irene, and put the number in and say, would like more info. And then they would put their name and number and email address and phone number there, say I'm not a robot, and then send this off to Irene, and then Irene can respond to her, look up the broker who's got that particular listing, and make arrangements to sell it, or she can call the other broker and say, I have a lead for you. Is a 25% referral fee okay with you? So you can do a referral. So if it was on this particular house here, 1.5 million, like the commissions on these things are, you know, $25,000 each, and 25% of 20,000 is $4,000 or $5,000 just for doing a referral. Yes, sir.
Question. When you say referral, who decides how much to pay, the listing brokerage, or
it's an agreement? It's an agreement between you and the other broker. In the industry, referrals are anywhere from 10 to 35%, but you can make them anything you want. 25% seems to be reasonable. It's accepted, but it's not etched in stone. You can make it anything you want. It's an agreement between you and the other broker.
So when I act a referral, that means I'm not acting as a co-op.
That's correct.
Brokerage.
That's correct. You actually are going to have an official referral agreement drawn up by your office, and you're going to draw it up with your broker of record, and he's going to have referring broker, receiving broker, and maybe the property or the MLS information or the message number that's on ICIWorld, and maybe adding in there if that person sells that property or any other property for that matter, that you'll still receive a 25% referral fee.
Okay, sounds good. This is a good way to make a lead then, okay.
Yeah, and you know, I'm going to mention this for part-time people. Now, I know that full-time people prefer to have everybody in the real estate business full-time, but the fact of the matter is there's a lot of real estate people that are part-time, and I'm suggesting for the full-time people, this is a benefit, because if you have a listing like this advertised on a part-time, let's say, I'll just say, for example, or let's pretend, Ram, that you're a part-time salesperson, even though you may be full-time, that if you have this website and somebody sees this listing and the listing broker of this one is a full-time representative, you are going to do a referral to a full-time representative, and generate extra business for those full-time people. I'd like to get all the part-time people into business having websites that are triggering leads for the full-time people. Everybody can make money that way, and we're taking the business back into the hands of licensed real estate brokers and salespeople, because a lot of this information is exclusive, not on real estate boards for one reason or another. So it's very exciting. You're going to start with a website that literally has all these listings on it. And this is wonderful for people getting started who are out of the business. If you don't have a listing right now, you're out of the business. Watch what you're going to have for commercial real estate. I'm going to click on Ontario Commercial. And all of these listings come up. And if I go down here, for instance, and I choose, I don't know, I'll take Markham again just for sake of argument and search. These listings that come up in Markham, you're going to have all these on your website right now. Like theoretically by tomorrow if you wanted. You know, you can actually have these listings on a website working for you, so that when you hand out your business card with your own domain name, you tell people to go to your website and search Markham, because you've got a lot of commercial listings, buyers and sellers on your website. And you're going to have apartment buildings, shopping centers, businesses, you're going to have it all. And you're going to have people can do keyword searchings, hotels, motels, restaurants. So if you have a buyer for a hotel, motel, you click on hotels, people will see these listings come up. You tell me if that isn't fantastic to have all these hotels, and like 90% of these are not on real estate boards. Interesting, eh?
Yep. And the other thing is the builders, they have what do you call the co-op program? So
yes.
Like, those type of things we can advertise ourselves.
Yeah, you must have a proper agreement with everyone. If you're going to advertise an address of a property, you must have a signed listing agreement with someone to show the property.
How I can advertise that type of deal or properties?
Well, I'll go through with you on that one-on-one basis how you can do that.
Okay.
But you can ask those 3 questions of the builder. So those 3 questions become mighty important.
Okay.
Or get a signed listing of some sort. Now, these websites that we supply also have listings coming from other brokers that have agreed to allow their listings to be on your website. So you're actually going to have homes with color photos on it, like this, and your picture and your phone numbers will be here. So somebody can request information by email or call you on the cell phone and say, I'm interested in this particular property for, how much was it, $8.4999 million here. Can you help me? And you're going to always say, or you're going to say, if you choose to, I will have someone call you back. And you get their name and number. And you're going to contact the broker who's got this listing and say, I have a lead for you. Is a 25% referral fee okay with you? So you're going to have these beautiful properties on your website. Isn't that neat?
Nice. Yeah.
Now,
that's
what else is really important? Let's click on another one here. Let's go down here. This is what I think is really important. You're going to have what is called a mobile website. In other words, this can be your website, and people can bring it up on their mobile phone with your picture down here. And people can see the color photos inside of homes. This is $16.50 for us to set this thing up for you, host it, and you're going to have these beautiful homes with color photos, and they're with your phone numbers here that people can see. So you're going to have residential properties, you're going to have commercial properties, you're going to have MLS properties, you're going to have exclusive properties. And when you have all of these, people will enjoy going to your website. This website will even send listings with the property search function. Customers can put their email address in there, put the price minimum and price maximum, what they want. And if they want residential homes, this website will send them new listings. So if you're doing an open house, You can actually subscribe people on the open house. If you subscribe 5 people this weekend, this website will start sending out the new listings that match the description of what they're looking for. If you're in Markham, what you're going to be doing is choosing the business area. Markham, I think, is York region, is it not, or is it?
York, yeah.
York region. Let me go down here to Markham. Okay, there's Markham, for instance. And you can zero in on neighborhoods. If people only want to be in the Bayview, Willowbrook area, you can actually unchoose all of those and choose just Bayview, Willowdale. In other words, you can actually choose neighborhoods in an area, and this website will remember it permanently until a home comes up in one of these areas. It will automatically send them a listing that matches the description of what your people are looking for. And 2 weeks from now, you could get a call. All of a sudden, somebody says, you know, I've been getting listings from your website there, Ram, and I just see one that I'd like to see tonight at 7 o'clock. Would you like a call like that someday?
Yeah.
Get excited. That's exactly what this can do. This is a tool on the internet. This is what ICIWorld, as a society of real estate brokers and salespeople, is teaching brokers to start to appreciate these tools. You can have business opportunities on your website. So if somebody's interested in a hotel, motel, or restaurant, they can click on it. And if it happens to be, you know, a gas station or something, bingo, you are going to have all these gas stations on your website. You can end up getting a call on one of these things, and maybe you're going to do a referral. Now, we've got one broker who's actually done 15 referrals. He's made $45,000 for 75 minutes of work doing referrals. So yeah, should you have a website? You bet. I feel sorry for people that don't have one. And then if you're not getting referrals, there's only one reason. By the way, these widgets can go on all your website. It doesn't matter what website company you have as a company. The widgets that I just finished showing you for commercial and residential, FSBOs, the businesses, and World Commercial, World Residential can all be on your personal website, included in your membership. Now, why should you consider having more than one website? Well, you can link them together for lead generation, and you can have them all working for you. And if you're not getting leads, it's probably because you have little or no traffic going for your website. Now, I'm going to show you the solution for that in a moment. But they're important because they trigger leads. You have exclusive information as well as your IDX links to your real estate boards, and websites that distribute exclusive listings to your customers automatically in addition to what's on real estate boards gives your customers more choices than what the average real estate person can do. To get the websites are free for 1 month with a membership on ICIWorld. Free for 1 month. After that, they're as little as $16.50 a month, in the form of $199 per year, divided by 12 is $16.50, or you can take it for $19 per month if you want to do it that way. We have a special marketing strategy for all licensed real estate brokers and salespeople in the world, and we'll be sharing that special strategy to members when they join. Mobile websites, it is the new revolution, internet revolution, and we're the ones that can help you get all of this stuff going on behalf of you and your customers for you. Websites are like billboards. You can have more than one. If they're all triggering leads for you, then why not? If you don't have them, you have no chance to trigger a lead here using these tools if you don't have the tools. Mobile websites, it's part of the new internet revolution. And getting your information working 24/7. How to promote your website is particularly important. We recommend that every single broker in the world register for this webinar that we put on every single month. And I'm going to show you that webinar, how to register for it. Here it comes. We go back to ICIWorld, to the main website, and you click on For Members right here. You go down the page and you can register for the monthly webinar. If you're not getting leads, you should be registering for this webinar every single month until you are producing leads. You just simply click on how to promote your website. A little form comes up The next one is Friday, September 22nd. And then you just go down here and you click on register. Simple as that. Register, and then you can add it to your calendar. Google Calendar, and there it is, and you click on save.
Is it free webinar? Or?
It's a free webinar. Absolutely free. Okay. All right, let's move on. So we're showing you, and by the way, it's a culmination of being on the internet for 20 years. It's a one-day seminar all crammed into 90 minutes. Let's move on. Log in, and when you do have a website, there's some people that haven't made money using websites, and there's some people that haven't made money using ICIWorld. And we have something special for them. If you haven't made money, you should give us a call. There's something special. We can examine right away whether or not you had your listings less than 90 days old the whole time, and most of the people that didn't make money did not. They also did not have 15 opportunities to make money that we recommend everybody should have, because you can work exclusive information, not just listings on a real estate board. And they did not have the widgets working on their website. If any one of these was the case, anybody that was a past member, we're welcome to kind of give you a special to come back and rejoin, simply because you really never took advantage of the service. Some people just got it. You know, when you have a flat tire in a car, you do not abandon the car. You get the car fixed. The same thing is true with an information service. And this is our pledge, and this is how you measure your success. When you are a member of ICIWorld, if you go longer than 90 days without doing business, either at the least without generating a deal or generating leads that you feel will lead to doing business with someday, you must call us, and we will go over. We have a special checklist, a special success questionnaire, and you just go through it, and right away within the first 5 questions you're going to see exactly what you were missing on doing, and it's very easy to do. And you should be getting all of your information working 24/7 on ICIWorld, and it's very easy. Just place an ad and it working. Your information will be working 24/7. What can you do now if you're interested in our particular special? Well, you can use the coupon code 25%, but if you do see this, you literally can join at something special called our corporate rate, Ram, and the corporate rate is $240. So if you're interested in joining for the year, you can join for $240, okay? Alrighty, and that gets you all our services for the next full year. There will be a survey after this is finished as a result of you registering, and we really appreciate your feedback if you don't mind filling it in. As a quick summary, one click and you reach a world market with your information. Make sure that your information is available 24/7 on the ICIWorld apps. Tens of thousands of people are reading these apps. And networking exclusive information can trigger leads and calls just like a real estate board listings do. That's what a lot of people are simply missing out on, something so easy to do. And widgets for your website are so easy to do. They absolutely trigger leads for you. If you're not getting leads, then you need the program called How to Promote Your Website, because you have little or no traffic to your website. So in summary, it's how to work exclusive information. We will work with you until you are doing it successfully. And you can call us each month if you have to until you know how to ask those 3 questions and get those leads and put them on here. Widgets for your website, no matter what problems you had, you just book a seminar. How we help everyone is by booking an appointment, and I'm going to show you how to do that now. And if anybody needs a presentation and how to do this and all of this assistance, training, and support, we actually have it available. Just one moment here. Okay, so for training and support, we're recommending that you simply click on this make an appointment here. With 1,000 members, we cannot have 1,000 people calling in at one time, but we can easily make appointments. So if 40 people call in this week, we can actually make 40 appointments very, very easily. You simply click on make an appointment, and then you click on 60 minutes. Even if it's a short question, just go ahead and book a 60-minute session and you'll see all the sessions coming up. You can go right into the following week sometimes and you'll see that these 3 times are available. And times are really getting booked up quite nicely as people are joining and looking for help. There's 2 times available on Friday. On Thursday, there's 1 time. We start as early as 6 a.m. in the morning. All the other times are already booked. So if you have to go into Tuesday, you can do so. And if you have to go into times like the following week, you'll see that you can go into Monday and you're going to have more times available. That's it for now. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call. And actually, we prefer that you book an appointment and actually for a demo. Whenever you're ready, you just click on make an appointment. 10 minutes before your appointment time, simply click on this webinars workshop right here and you'll get right into the session and we can actually be conducting a one-on-one session with you. That's it for today and we wish you all the best and keep in touch and we're always here for you and we'll try to put this on the internet in our YouTube channel, which I think I'll show real quick to you. For members, if you want to see this video later, come down here, ICIWorld Educational Video, click on that, and you'll see all our educational videos, and it'll be the last one that'll get added. That's it for today, and I'm going to stop the